Hey guys, SpartasFinest here, back again. Got a battle today against a guy named GamingNetwork11. I think so. Yeah, let's get straight into the battle. So he's gonna lead with Rotom. I'm gonna lead with Politoed. I'm using a rain team pretty much. It's not that good. You probably won't see it in the future because it is way too weak to Landorus. I'll mention that later in the battle actually. But anyways, I go for Hydro Pump on the first turn. I was kind of predicting him to outspeed and go Volt Switch, which is weird that he didn't, because he is Scarfed, you see here, but, I was figuring he would predict Hidden Power Grass, since he had in Rotom, so he'd go into anything but Gastrodon, and not too much wants to take too many, rain-boosted Hydro Pumps on his team, so that's what I was kind of aiming for, but he ends up going Trick and then Volt Switching into Gastrodon after I take him down to a point where he'll pretty much die to Stealth Rocks, which is quite awesome. So yeah, but now he's going to go into his Gastrodon. I'm going to go into Celebi because, well, Celebi counters it pretty well. And then go for the T-Wave predicting the switch. I really want him to go into his Latios because, well, Latios T-Wave would honestly be great for me. But I'm going to go for the Psychic here just to finish off the Rotom. Kind of sucks that I had to use T-Wave on Rotom because it just gave me an extra turn of Toxic damage, and now Celebi's kind of low. But he's going to go into his Heatran here. I'm going to switch out. I kind of figured he would go for the Stealth Rocks, but wasn't a lot I could do to stop that. So I'd go into Dragonite. It's the bulky Rain Dragonite that uses Thunder and Brick Break and Hurricane and Roost. Or at least that's what mine has. So here I go for Thunder. I could have gone Brick Break, but I just wanted to get the Pair Hacks. I really hoped for it. And luckily I do get it. Well, it's not too lucky. It's 30% chance, so that happens all the time in Pokemon. But yeah, I'm going to go Roost here, kind of just playing to Roost up until he gets fully paralyzed, so that way I can hit him with the Brick Break. And he actually does it on the first turn, so that's great, because, well, time-saving things. But now I can hit him with the Brick Break, take him down quite low, but unfortunately I don't think it's it's not low enough that I can 2-hit kill him, because, well, after Leftovers, I'm guessing he'll probably barely survive the Brick Break, and then I'll end up dying to Hidden Power Ice, and it's just not worth it. I'd rather keep Dragonite than take his Heatran down really low. So I'm going to Roost here, not trying to just get the Pair Hacks, I just want to get Dragonite up in higher health, so that way I can switch out and come back in with Stealth Rocks at a fairly good amount of health, so I can Roost up or something and just wreak some havoc. But yeah, now going to switch out here. I think I go into Toxicroak because, well, I want to threaten this thing out. I know that I can take a Hidden Power since it's not too powerful of a move. And then I can threaten him out with the Drain Punch. And actually I'm going to go for the Substitute, predicting him to go for a switch. And then that way I could try to sweep, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I go for Substitute. He predicts that and goes Fire Blast, which kind of sucks. So here I go straight for the Drain Punch, because I find whenever people predict my Substitute, I find they do it more than once, just because it's so common for me to go for Substitute twice in a row. That happens so often that the people usually predict you to do that twice in a row. That's what I thought he would do, but he outplays me and goes into his Skarmory here and takes the Drain Punch quite well, unfortunately. So I'm actually going to predict him to go for the Spikes, thinking that Toxicroak can't do anything to Skarmory, and it's just kind of a waste for him to be in here, I guess. But I'm going to do it anyways, go for the Bulk Up, so that way I can take a Brave Bird, as well as do some decent damage with Drain Punch now. And I also think that now that I'm starting to set up, it's going to make him just want to Whirlwind me into something else, hopefully something I want to be into. Or just go straight for the Brave Bird to try and take me out, because Toxicroak is a really threatening sweeper, I find. I've actually swept a lot of teams with Toxicroak, just using this team, although it's a bad team. Toxicroak can just set up Bulk Up so easily with how easily he regains health. His immunity to water type moves and stuff, and just once he starts getting Bulk Ups, he's so hard to kill. And so many people bring in Choice Band Caesar, who, once you get up a Bulk Up or two, really can't do anything to Toxicroak. But, yeah, I go for some Drain Punches, he goes for Brave Birds, and he ends up dying pretty much, is what happened in that situation. You probably saw it all, you don't need me to tell you. But he's going to go into his Landers here. I go for Sucker Punch just because I was really hoping he would go U-turn, although I figured he wouldn't. But since Landers is such a huge threat, I really want to take him down as low as possible. he ends up being life orbed, which is not what I wanted to see, because all I have left that can actually take it out is just Politoed, because he has speeds and everything else is kind of just... Well, Dragonite can take a hit if it's at multi-scale, but other than that, I'm really screwed. So, he goes into Gastrodon now, and I'm just going to leave him Politoed to die, since it's just useless at this point. And yeah, I forgot to mention, like, thank God he left in Landorus, because it would have been awful if he switched out and saved it, because I probably would have ended up just getting swept. But yeah, now I'm going to go into Selby here, figuring it's a free switch. I want to get off some recovers to, get up to a point in health where I can do things. But, yeah, he goes for the Scald. That kind of sucks because he gets a burn, so... Yeah, now Selby's not going to be doing too well with residual damage since I have Life Orb. It's a Tinkerbell set. And, yeah, with Burn as well. But here he keeps staying in, actually, which is surprising me. Because I could have easily gone Leaf Storm at any point. And I end up going for it here, and he still stays in to leave his Gastrodon to die. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's fearing I would predict his switch into Latios and go T-Wave or something, or... I don't know why. Actually, he could have easily gone to Heatran. It would have been really smart. Not really smart, just... It was just common knowledge, just not dumb. But, yeah, sorry about that. But, yeah, I go for Psychic here as he brings in Heatran, because I don't want him to predict my switch into anything else and then having whatever that is die, because I really don't need Selby, because all I think he has left now is Latios and Heatran, and Selby can't do a lot to either of those. So I'm going to go into Gliscor here, just go for the Earthquake. I was really considering going Hidden Power or Ice Fang to hit his Latios, but I kind of just figured that it would be a lot smarter to go Earthquake, since if he brought in Latios, I can deal with that with Jirachi, but I really can't do a lot about his Heatran if I lose Gliscor. So now that Gliscor's dead, or Heatran's dead and Latios is the last guy, I was leaving Gliscor to die, hoping he specs to see what he locks himself into. Ends up being Life Orb, so I'm going to go into Dragonite, just hoping he has Draco Meteor to get that special attack drop. So that way I could go into my last poke, who is Jirachi, and then just finish him off with the Body Slam Iron Head combo, because, well, now that he has -2 special attack, he probably couldn't have killed me anyways. I just wanted to be safe. And yeah, he ends up going Hidden Power, and it's not even fire, it's just... I'm guessing Grass, because it's like a common hidden power to carry, you know. But yeah, he really should have gone for Surf regardless, just because in the rain, Surf is like boosted and Hidden Power Fire is hindered. But yeah, go for the Body Slam Iron Head combo, and he dies to Life Orb, so that will be the match. So good game, Game Review 11, or Gaming Network 11. Sorry, that's someone else.